Welcome back. Welcome back. We are continuing the reading of Elsie Lincoln Benedict's book, How to Get Anything You Want. We are continuing lesson 3, Know What You Want Most. This is video number 38. We are getting up there, y'all. If you want to watch all of the previous readings and the commentary, we're going through this book together. You can find the playlist on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to hop over to YouTube and like and subscribe. I'm getting my hours up, getting goals, getting goals. All right, so I really loved what she talked about yesterday. We're going through the different rules, and she says when suggestions of weakness come from others, just remember the warning is merely a self-defense pretense from their weak side. All right, let's bring this microphone over here. Taking my phone with me. Okay. So it's just a self-defense pretense against their weak side. She said, there is only one thing the weak side of a man hates worse than stepping aside for his own strong self, and that is stepping aside for the strong self of someone else. Ooh. So the world of weakness is in a grand old conspiracy against the world of strength, but it is all bluff and goes down and out in the first round when your true self really gets into the ring. So when you tap into your true self, as Napoleon Hill would call your other self, when you really tap in, when you're just done with something and you're like, I am so sick and tired. It's on. And you just like a switch flips and your other self just comes out, and that whiny, excuse-filled part of you is like gone with the wind, and you're just ready to move on. That's what she's talking about. So we all have that in us. What brings it out of us? It's different for everybody, but I know myself, and if you're listening to this, you know yourself, you know what's going to shake you up, you know what's going to get you out of your comfort zone and hold you accountable. That's why I've always been a part, well, when I got smart, a part of coaching programs, having mentors, being around like-minded people, mastermind groups. So if you love personal development, if you love Napoleon Hill, I used to study with Bob Proctor until he passed, and he was one of the greatest students of Think and Grow Rich of Napoleon Hill. And they're just timeless principles. All successful people, Tony Robbins, anybody who's in the personal development space, Jim Rohn, um, just the greats, Les Brown, they just quote the success principles in Think and Grow Rich. So I work for the Napoleon Hill Institute, if you did not know. And we have a wonderful program. It's a mentorship program with live calls every day, accountability, community. It is unmatched. We're saving people's lives. It was so crazy. We were talking today, how many messages we get about people saying, wow, I'm totally changed since I've been taking this program. Like my whole life has changed. I was even people, I didn't have any hope. Like I didn't want to be here anymore. You know what I mean? Picking up the drift. But like we've gotten multiple messages like that. And, I do not hide my journey when it comes to depression, anxiety, addiction, all that stuff. And this material, personal development, it saved my life. Videos on YouTube completely saved my life when I was at my darkest times, darkest moments. Um, and so I just feel so grateful that now I am working with a company that does the same. Every single day I'm motivated. Every single day I am encouraged. I'm cheerleaded. And, you know, just masterminding with people. Like I had a great mastermind today about content creation with some coaches and students of the Napoleon Hill Institute. And I'm going to sit here tonight and I'm going to rewrite my definite chief aim. It's like, what's your goal? Do you have your goal written down? I was like, wow. I mean, I wrote it a while ago and I listened to it, auto suggestion. But I'm like, I want to read it again. I want to like update it for the new year. Like shame on me. Like I didn't update it this year, but like still it's my same goal and I'm excited about it. But like I was so inspired and encouraged when you're just around that frequency and that vibration. So anyways, if you're interested in joining a program, the links are below in my YouTube description box. But we have the founders rate of the mentorship. So if you wanted to get in, I highly recommend getting in now because the prices are going to go up. It's about 35% increase in the program. It's an 8-month program. I think we might be giving away an extra month. So it'll be 9 months just as a gift because we are just turned 2 years old and it was the founding rate of the mentorship program. And the prices are going to go up Sunday at midnight. So just message me, book a call. All the information's below in my YouTube if you wanted to join a community. It's so, so powerful. And then you can join my private community as well if you book a call and come through me. Alrighty. So continuing on, rule number 11. When the thought flashes into your mind, is it possible that I am a fool for thinking I can actually get anything I want? Hold yourself steady, knowing you are merely meeting an ancient enemy whom you can defeat anytime you really want to. For a little while, it will come back in various forms, masks, and disguises. One of these says, isn't it really too much to expect? Does it stand to reason that I could? Why, with my handicaps, against such odds, in the face of such conditions, how could I? So she's talking about outwitting the devil, right? That little voice, the darkness in your mind, the doubts, the criticisms, the fear, the six ghosts of fear. How they come up and say, there will be flashes into your mind. Is this really possible? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? Am I a fool for thinking that I can do anything that I want? Just know that those voices will come up and stay calm. She's saying, remain calm. For a little while, these will come back and forth in various forms with masks, different disguises. One of the days, isn't it really too much to expect? Does it stand to reason that I could? Why, with my handicaps, against such odds, in the face of such conditions, how could I? But do not be deceived. It is the same old sneak in another false face, trying to tempt you into inertia. Another one, another one. One of his most effective is this. Aren't you too old for that? Now, this would be fine if we were only young, but you see, at my age, there's his biggest shot. What can we do? This is splendid for young folks, but for old codgers like me, well, it's too late. Millions of wonderful men and women have fallen for that one. It ruins more lives than all the wars and shortens more than all the diseases combined. Yeah, thinking that your time is past, that you're too old. You know who I always love? Gary Vaynerchuk. He is so passionate about the message that start today. You are not too old. Just start today. Your time has not passed. Like, we live in an age like people are starting their brands, their personal brands at 70 and 80. And look, if you have a pulse and you got Wi-Fi, you good. You know what I mean? And a message in your heart. Like, truly, it doesn't matter what YOLO, it's like, who cares? I was cracking up. I think I shared this the other day that I'm like playing my YouTube videos so I can get my watch hours. Don't judge me. And one of the videos popped up and like I'm in my pajamas and I'm like, Jesus, Carla, like, but you know what? I don't care. I promised myself that I would show up every day, rain or shine, in my workout clothes. One of them, I was like, damn, girl, you didn't have your makeup on. Ooh, I don't care. Like, I do not care. Like, when I started this journey, it's like, oh, I want to be unapologetically me. And like, yeah, but I also cared a little bit. But after you do this, like, you really do not care. Like, it just goes out the window. Like, I am so comfortable. Like, I am just so grateful. I can just be myself. I can say whatever I want. If people like it, they do. If they don't, none of my business, you know? So that is my wish for you. And it happens very fast, very, very fast because my comfort level escalated quite quickly within the first 2 weeks. Within the first 2 weeks um, of doing this, because it's like I'm just sharing what I love and it feels good. So, anyways, so you're not too old to do anything to start something. Okay, so millions of wonderful men and women have fallen for this one that we're too old. It ruins more lives than all the wars and shortens more than all the diseases combined. It has more casualties to its credit than any other one thing in the world. So you can't blame it for being a little unreasonably attached to its opinion. If defeats, it defeats millions because they are afraid of it. Yet any one person can defeat it any moment he wants to. Another is the one about your health. Are we really strong enough to go for this thing? Be careful now, dearie, or you'll overdo yourself. Go easy, or you'll break down, and then where will you be? Don't even get me started on this. I was talking to a friend last weekend about this. Like, I've always been a very driven person, goal-oriented person. Like, I love running marathons and all that. Um, and my bun is just like, oh, you know, or just like going after goals or reading or doing whatever, or like wanting to post videos every day for YouTube. People are like, you need to relax, maybe like one or two a week. Don't go crazy. I'm like, I'll be good. I'll be good. But that's what she's saying. There'll be voices like, oh, don't overdo yourself. You're gonna get burned out, Carla. Don't be doing too much. Don't be doing it's like the people that tell me that, the people that tell me I'm doing too much or I shouldn't do that much or I'm gonna be burned out. I look at their lives, no judgment, but they are opening up themselves for me to look in and be like, maybe should I listen to this person? Let me look at their results. Immediately no, immediately no. I don't want their life. I don't want their results, and they are not doing anything that I would want to do. So why would I listen to them? I thank them. Thank you for sharing. Moving on. Moving on to my daily YouTube video. Thank you so much. You know? Um, so don't ever listen to people who aren't doing what you want or have the results that you want. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. So, yeah, don't get too crazy. You're going to really hurt yourself. You're going to get sick. This has almost as many victims as the one just mentioned. It chloroforms a lot of good people, leading them around by the nose, making them think that they can't get what they want without ruining their health. When the fact is that going after what they want would put more pep into them than all the coddling in the world, and from 5 to 50 years to the and add 5 to 50 years to their lives, besides getting them the things that they want. But old Willie Weakness, she's hilarious. This is written over 100 years ago. But old Willie Weakness has another favorite disguise, which he falls back on when all these fail. I'm going to name my inner critic Willie Weakness. That's hilarious. Okay. So, Willie Weakness, he is very proud of this one, and with good cause. For thousands of wonderful people who have seen right through the others go under when he springs this one. How about your duty to friends and family? Suavely, sweetly suggests Willie. If you go after these bigger things, it might mean leaving home for a while. It might mean you couldn't spend so much time in the family circle. Why? Just think of it. You might actually have to deprive them of some of the comforts and luxuries they now enjoy. They're depending on your steady salary, and though, of course, it isn't what you might get if you ventured forth, it's sure and, well, better forget it. And better for it. Better forget it. So that little paragraph, that wild Willie Weakness, was saying it'll start giving you a guilt trip. I don't know if I ever had this, but it would creep in, but my family's so good and they support me. But other people like, don't you miss your family? Aren't you around your family? Your parents are getting older. Aren't your nieces and nephews growing up? You want to move so far away. You're traveling so much. What are you going to do? You're not at the family parties and gatherings and you're always working, Carla. You can't make it to the baseball games. It's like I trust myself. I spend quality time with my family. But other people who allow themselves to be held back by this guilt when their family would be like, oh my God, make it if you can. Come to the party for an hour and then leave and go do your thing. Like, we want you to succeed. But other people can guilt you into saying, what about your friends and family? It might mean you're going to be away from your family for a long time. You're going to deprive them. You might as well just forget about it. Don't be selfish. And of course, there are caveats to all of this. There is a thing called, addiction to work and overworking to try to run away from your problems. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're going after a goal and you have to make sacrifices, pretty much. Willie doesn't tell you the rest of the story. How much more you could do for those you love if you stop listening to his snivelings, and begin to take counsel of your great self. Your great self will tell you, though, if you'll listen, if you'll take your ear away from Willie long enough to catch that the God in you has to say, what the God in you has to say. It will tell you the truth, how much more your family and friends will admire and love you when they see you are no longer a coward. How much more you could do for them if you aimed a little higher. Those who truly love you will be glad to make a few temporary sacrifices for the common and future good of all, and those who don't are certainly not worth the forfeiture of your future. A good general rule is this: look out for any and every negative thought, mental picture, or idea that comes creeping into your mind, trying to get you to doubt the possibility of getting this thing you want. That is right there. That is the core and the root of life. If we can figure this out, we can figure we're good. But this is what we're struggling with all day, and then we call it different situations. Okay. A good general rule is this: look out for any and every negative thought, mental picture, or idea that comes creeping into your mind, trying to get you to doubt the possibility of getting this thing that you want. So, whatever your goal is, right? We're deciding on knowing what we want. A couple videos ago, or the last video, we talked about writing down our goals and how we get clear on that. But once you get clear and it feels good, and you know when you achieve it, like you're going to just get into a higher version of yourself, and it's going to make your life better and everyone else around you better. It's good. Your heart's in the right place. Keep going after it. It's inevitable. Your success is inevitable. You just got to stay consistent and persistent and believe in yourself. And all of these voices will come in. Wild Willie, Willie weakness. Bob Proctor used to call it his inner bitch. It was hilarious. But we all have that voice. And don't get upset with it. Don't get emotionally involved with it. It's never going to go away. It will never go away. You just have to get better at saying thank you for sharing. It's just trying to keep us safe and really protecting ourselves from other people too. But she's saying the thoughts in our mind are the thing that keep us back, truly. It's the only thing that keeps us back. So don't let these things creep into your mind and let doubt that you can get what you want come in. Everyone is a sneak, thief, a liar, and a traitor, she says, masquerading in first one excuse and then another. So she's saying every one of these little sniveling voices and criticisms is a sneak, a thief, a liar, and a traitor, masquerading in first one excuse and then another. And every one is a boasting, bluffing, bullying, braggart, made of smoke. Made of smoke. You can walk straight through them any moment you want to, but you must really want to. Which brings us to a very interesting discovery. Rule number 12. Be honest enough to yourself not to try bluffing to yourself. So don't be lying to yourself. Don't be fooling yourself. If you don't really want these good and great things which you've been thinking you wanted, stop lying to yourself right now. You will make little progress until you do. In fact, you will get deeper and deeper into the muck, maze, and maelstrom of mediocrity. Your subconscious is a great wholesaler mind. Oh, I remember reading this. This is great. Your subconscious mind is a great wholesaler mind. It won't take orders from your pretenses any more than a big wholesaler house will do business with individuals. This is good. When an individual wants anything from a wholesale house, he must order it through the proper channels and in the proper way. So it is with you in ordering what you want from your subconscious. There are ways to do it and ways not to do it, all of which will be made clear in this course of lessons. One of the ways not to do it is by lying to yourself. You have been getting a lot of things you didn't want and missing a lot you did want because you went at it wrong. Meanwhile, your subconscious has been doing the best it could for you, sending you what you ordered, whether you ordered it by mistake or otherwise. So the subconscious mind is a very faithful, faithful servant. Our conscious mind is the master. But we don't understand that and we don't take charge of our conscious thinking mind. We don't think for ourselves. We just allow whatever pop-up thought, intrusive thought, what everybody else thinks on Instagram and on the news and Tom, Dick, and Harry and everybody else. It's like, are we really in control of what goes on in here? I don't know what planets are in alignment right now, all jokes aside, but like it's been really busy up here. And I've really had to be extra vigilant with the tapes and the voices that are going. I mean, not like really voices, you know what I mean? But like, uncontrolled thoughts. A Course in Miracles says we are far too tolerant of mind wandering. I'm just aware of like how my mind just wanders. First thing in the morning, especially. First thing in the morning, it's like, there she goes. It's like before I even step out of bed. So I'm being more aware and I'm getting better at it. Of first thing when I wake up, what I allow myself to go on these trails with, because it will set the tone for my whole day. And of course, I can reset it, and I have tools. We all do for that. But it's like, what's really going on? Because you're when you're dreaming and you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is going, right? Dreams are the language of the subconscious mind. And so you might dream of things in the night that you didn't know were hidden in your subconscious or that were disturbed you and were hiding throughout the day or whatever. And so when you wake up, you're still kind of getting the ether, just getting the residue of what's going on in your subconscious. It's kind of like it's open and you can peek in there and be like, oh, look what's going on in my subconscious mind. But then, it closes up as we get more awake and into our day. So first thing in the morning, and I'm really talking to myself, really being careful with what I allow into my mind. And I know the tools, I'm really good at it, but we all fall off track. Um, and just putting good things in there, right? Oh, I love it. All right, so let's finish up just this couple sentences. So your subconscious mind is a wholesaler. You have to know how to go about getting what you want from it. You can't just go at it like an individual. Um, yeah, you've been getting a lot of things that you didn't want and missing a lot of things that you did want because you're going about it the wrong way. Your subconscious mind is like your grocer in one way. He takes your orders and fills them. He doesn't know what you've been telling your friends about the fancy things you tried to get for dinner. He simply accepts the order you send him and delivers the goods. Your subconscious doesn't know or care what you pretend to have ordered. It only knows what you did order. And this you always get. Your subconscious mind is like the earth. It's like soil. It will take any thought you plant in it with emotion. Your subconscious mind will take any repetitive thought, even if you're not emotionally involved, but if you keep repeating it to yourself. Think about a song. I always use like Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. We all know the lyrics to it. Most people do. Is it because we love that song? Maybe some of us do. But we all know that song by heart. It is in our subconscious mind, etched in there, simply because we've heard it so many times. It's like, think about Rockabye Baby or whatever, like a lullaby, or did you sit there and memorize that? No, you just heard it so many times that you can recite it by heart. Or prayers, right? Certain prayers you can recite. But think about a song that you hate. You know every word to it. You're like, oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Your subconscious mind recorded that song. because it was exposed to it over and over and over and over. And especially if you hate it, it's going to get logged in there. If you like it, if you love it, it's going to get locked in there. But things that don't really bother us or don't really capture us, we don't remember those things, you know? So your subconscious mind will take anything that's planted and it will harvest it, baby. So what are we planting in our subconscious mind? What are our results? Let's look around us. All right, it's Friday night. It is the last day of January. It's the last day of January. Wow. Yes, I am going to be doing a video tomorrow on the Napoleon Hill Institute. Maybe I'm going to record it. I'll upload it here on this channel. I'm going to talk about the mentorship if you're interested. If you want to learn more about it, be sure to watch that tomorrow. And then book a call, ask any questions if you want to join that. I really encourage you to get in if you've been looking for something to hold you accountable, a group of like-minded people, really getting serious about your goals in 2025. The mentorship program it's amazing. It's life-changing. It's life-saving for people. That's the feedback we've been getting. But I myself, this material does. It keeps me going. I don't know where I'd be without it. I truly don't. And not everybody needs this stuff. I mean, but we all need something, right? It's like, what's your anchor? Some people it's religion, some people it's sports, some people, I mean, for me, it's all those things really, like, but my mindset, like I need constant connection. I love connecting with people, um, and studying this material and teaching it too, right? So, anywho, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you tomorrow because I'm doing this every day. And that'll be my video. Maybe I'll because my goal is just to do a video a day. So maybe that'll be my one video tomorrow. We'll see. And then we'll continue with Elsie on Sunday. Anywho, all my information's below if you want to connect, and I will